Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast Special Edition Series where I preview and predict every men's college basketball conference tournament. And now up is the MEAC tournament, which will be held at the Norfolk Scope in Norfolk, Virginia. We've done a ton of these. NEC, ASUN, Horizon, Patriot League, Big South, OVC, MVC, Sunbelt, West Coast, SoCon, America East, CAA, Summit, ACC, Big West, Conference USA, Metro Atlantic, the WAC, Southland, Atlantic 10, Big 12, Big East, and the Big Sky, and the Big 10. So this is the 25th of 32, and this is going to, like I said, will be the MEAC, the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. All right, so your seedings. Your 1 seed is Norfolk State, 21-6 on the year, 12-2 in conference play. Your 2 seed is Howard, 16-12 on the year, 9-5 in conference play. Your 3 seed is NC Central, 15-14 on the year, 8-5 in conference play. Your 4 seed is Morgan State, 12-13 on the year, 7-6 in conference play. Your 5 seed is South Carolina State, 15-15 on the year, 7-7 in conference play. Your 6 seed is Maryland Eastern Shore, 11-14 on the year, 6-8 in conference play. Your 7 seed is Coppin State, 7-22 on the year, 6-8 in conference play. And your 8 seed is Delaware State, 2-25 on the year, 0-14 in conference play. This will all get started tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Eastern. You got 1 seed Norfolk State and 8 seed Delaware State to kick off the quarterfinals of this tournament from Norfolk Scope. Delaware State, just not a good team. 3 guys averaging double figures a game. Miles Carter at 16-4. Dominic Fragala at 12-5. And John Stansbury at 10-7 a game. Norfolk has a lot of good players. They have Joe Bryant Jr., 16-8 per game, 15-1, or 5.1 rebounds and 3.3 assists. Jalen Hawkins at 12-9 a game, and Chris Bankston at 11.2 points per game. My projection is Norfolk State by a whopping 23 and a quarter, total of 137 and 85 hundredths. So therefore, I have Norfolk State advancing to the semifinals. 7 seed Coppin State and 2 seed Howard from the Norfolk Scope. Coppin, 3 guys averaging double figures a game. Jesse Zarzula at 14-6. Nenda Tark at 13-1. And Tyree Corbett at 13. And then Howard on the other side. 3 guys averaging double figures a game, led by Kyle Foster at 16-1. Steve Settle, the third, at 13-8. And Elijah Hawkins at 13 a game. My projection is Howard by 6, total 144 and 3/5. So therefore, I have Howard advancing. 5 seed South Carolina State, 4 seed Morgan State. SC State. 2 guys averaging double figures per game. TJ Madlock at 12.5 points per game. And Cam Jones at 10.9 points per game. My projection for this game, I'll say in a second. Morgan State, they have 3 guys averaging double figures per game. Malik Miller at 12.1 a game. Datarian Ware at 10-9. And Legio Granston at 10-7 a game. Projection, Morgan State by 5 and 5/8, total of 144 and a 5th. So therefore, Morgan State I have to the semifinals. And the last of the 4 quarterfinal games. And by the way, the Delaware State, Norfolk State, and Coppin State Howard are on Wednesday, and NC State, Morgan State, and Maryland Eastern Shore, NC Central are on Thursday. So 6 seed Maryland Eastern Shore and 3 seed NC Central. UMass actually somewhat overachieved this season. 2 guys averaging double figures a game. Very balanced team. Dom London at 10.8 and Zion Styles at 10-1 a game. And NC Central 3 guys averaging double figures a game. Justin Wright at 13.7. Randy Miller Jr. at 11.1. And Chris Monroe at 10.5. My projection here is Central by 10.5, total of 136 and 2/5. So therefore, I have NC Central advancing to the semifinals. Okay, semifinals. 4 seed Morgan State to the 1 seed Norfolk State. My projection is Norfolk State by 10.5. I just think that they are better. Led by Bryant Jr., Hawkins, and Bankston, so I think that they'll advance. And the second of 2 semifinal games, 3 seed NC Central, 2 seed Howard. I think Howard has a great score in Foster, and Central has good balance led by Wright, Miller Jr., and Monroe. But my projection is Howard by 3 and 3, so therefore I have Howard advancing. And the championship Saturday, March 12th, 1 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Number 2 seed Howard, number 1 seed Norfolk State. I think that these are the best 2 teams in this conference. Although NC Central might have something to say about that in this tournament. Foster's really good. Bryant's really good. I just think Bryant's better, and Norfolk State's a better team. Led by Bryant, Hawkins, and Bankston. I have them projected by 11 and 5/8, so therefore I have Norfolk State winning the 2022 Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference Championship to punch its ticket to the big dance, where I think that they'll likely be on the 16 line. Some odds on FanDuel. Let's see if they have them. Yes. Norfolk's minus 190, Howard's plus 450, Morgan State 14-1, Coppin State 15-1, NC Central 17, Maryland Eastern 19, SC State 20, and Delaware State is ridiculous, 370-1. If I had a long shot pick to win this conference tournament, this is tough because these teams are just not that strong. And I guess it would be Howard at plus 450, because I don't think Norfolk should be minus 190. I think they should be like maybe minus 120, and Howard should be like 3-1. So I guess Howard at plus 450 would be the value play, but my actual pick to win this conference tournament is Norfolk State. All right, so there you have it for the MEAC. Next up will be the Mountain West.